Dude. Wait for some more people to kind of file in. Y'all just bear. We trying to spotlight all teams, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I guess it's hard to start because nobody. Let's just do the check. See how close we are to advancing. I know a couple of these games are live. I know Jason is live. I'm not sure what's going on with the rest of these CPU games, but looks like we got a little time. I think tomorrow. But skip UCF too. Yeah, we got a ways before the next advance. I'll give him that. We gotta skip up. Like, we just started, man. Like, everybody getting revved up. We all stink right now. Nobody's like a well-oiled machine at this point. Just talk about Wisconsin for the full. That's a good one. I don't think we have but like maybe a handful of people ranked. 3 ranked or 4 ranked teams, 5 ranked teams. Okay. Shout out Mississippi State. Undefeated. Got a user victory in there. Actually, beat 2 users already. Big one right there against South Carolina. Probably has a better team than he has. Oh, Sportsman. Big game against Northwestern coming up for him. And he has Alabama this week, so should be interesting to see how he finishes. We're off to a quick start. Oh yeah, we got dudes in Texas. Looks that way. Except for Terrence, Texas State would need to get up here. He just got a big one yesterday, so who knows? Boy, I'm dreading playing Ohio State or Notre Dame on this bitch. They got 2 squads loaded. Anyway, let's check the early conference standings. We can go start there, I guess. The Big 12, my conference here. Had a few of them played already. We sit atop that joint, but there's some other undefeated teams. Big game next week at Kansas State. That man's undefeated. Hasn't played this week's game, but I'm pretty sure he'll handle business and be undefeated next week. Huge game next week, you know. That's a good chance for Virginia Tech to get their first win. You gotta look at it like that. No disrespect to the Cal user. But this should be a competitive conference. Team Kansas State, Oklahoma State, two good users. Colorado's 0-2 in conference play, 3-2 overall. I wonder who he lost to. Baylor. Ooh. Man. That's a tough one. He really got on top of him quick. Pause. What was that? 31 to 7 at halftime. It's a tough loss for Colorado. Time of possession wasn't crazy. It had to be a bunch of turnover. They both turning the ball over kind of at the same rate. He averaged like 5 yards a carry. So way more efficient running the ball and in the air. If not for the interceptions, Lagway would have had a really, really big day. Or 20 yards from Pendergrass. Pendergrass. Remind me of that movie Class Act, Duncan Penderhughes. Spread the ball around pretty well. But the turnovers to do it. Wondering if he had any defensive touchdowns. Yeah, had a touchdown from the defense, a pick six, it looks like. And this dude here had a wonderful game. Man, player of the week type shit. He probably got a lot of those skill points. On the other side, Colorado not as good. This dude was a pretty big name coming out as a freshman. He didn't really have his best year in real life last year. But didn't have a good game this game. Just really inefficient. Probably didn't stick to the run enough. I guess when you're down 31-7.5, it is what it is. But tough loss. Got to find a way to shake back Colorado. The Big 12 as a whole has really been giving it to him, and then okay. These guys are interesting, man. I played them, was able to get a win. I noticed you really can't throw the ball downfield, and this quarterback isn't that good, so that definitely helped. But this dude's really, we had to stop him from running the ball. That was a priority. It's a good team. It's a Texas Tech team. Big time. And this is where they make say, look, you can't really pass the ball downfield against some dudes. I guess really with any computer teams with good D-line or front seven. So what's this total sacks? 1, 3, 5.5. That's a unit. That's pretty disruptive. And he didn't get any interceptions, but I'm sure those sacks were just killing drives. That's a dangerous team. A really dangerous team, I'm sure. Well, let's see who all got to run into them in the Big 12. See, this is our biggest landmine. Like, the user games are going to go how they usually go, but when you're playing good teams with the computer and you don't know how to play against them, it can get scary out there. And they got users left on the schedule, too. So, Arizona State in 2 weeks, Baylor at the end of the season. Yeah. And then Arizona has a really good team, too. The quarterback's really good. I don't understand how they rated Texas Tech so lowly, bro. That squad is crazy. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Looking forward to seeing what's up in this Big 12. It's about to get interesting over the next few weeks, so. Take a look at what does Baylor have coming up? So Arizona State, so him and Dove next week. A big conference game. 2-1, 3-1, both undefeated in conference play. Big game. And TCU in a few weeks. UCF in a couple weeks. That should be a good one. Shout out to you. And of course, we got a big rivalry game at the end of the season at the crib. Looking forward to it. Arizona State. It's a good start to the season after a tough loss in week 1. Really dominated CPU over these last 2 weeks. Got a user coming up next week in Baylor. So that's a big game for him. Kansas State, Colorado, UCF, Oklahoma State. That 3-week stretch is going to really be important towards the end of the season. Really, 4 users in 5 weeks? And this is like the bulk of the schedule right here. You're about to really get into conference play. And nice little gimme game against Hawaii out of nowhere in there. But it's going to be a tough way to fight to the end of the season. I'm sure that last game is really important to him, probably on his resume for his, his coach, for him to be able to win that. And you check out Kansas State. As I said, a big one next week at the crib versus Houston. Dude was a real thorn in my side last year. We got to get this dub. Kansas, Arizona State, Colorado, Oklahoma State, a nice little 3-week stretch there. So, next 5 weeks will really determine, his season. And then, some computer games towards the end that can definitely matter a whole lot. But first things first, next week, week 6. Hope he probably schedule some visitors there. I'm sure you got some big time recruits coming. Hopefully we can spoil that. A gimme game, son. So Hawaii. Motherfuckers should not be losing to Hawaii. I didn't even know they play football in Hawaii. It's definitely a gimme game. Come on, man. UCF next week for Oklahoma State. Is next week week 5 or what are we? It's week 5 this week, so he's on a bye. And Senio, he just took a close loss to us. He has a good chance to bounce back next week. It's gonna be on the road, so this is second straight conference road game for you, bro. Sorry to hear that. Skip the next team. We here now, brother. Then we play Carl. I'm sure you'll want to play in the dead of night sometime next month. You know what I'm saying? Colorado and then Kansas State. So yeah, man, this conference is about to heat up. In the next 5 weeks, we'll know, the cream rising to the top and all that extra shit. My apologies. Yeah. Arizona State after that. And yeah, this Big 12 is going to be pumping this year. I'm looking forward to seeing all these matchups. UCF. Got to do it, Senio. My bad, bro. Really close. Good game. We played a really good one. Lots of turnovers. Who? Who's playing? Oh, they playing each other. I didn't know that. I'm gonna put my phone on it. Look at that. Oh, them motherfuckers on Twitch. Switch to YouTube, y'all. I can go back and rewind and all that other shit. Fuck Twitch. I didn't know they were playing each other. And right now, he's up big. 21-0 Colorado State. And we lost to Oregon State, Oregon State first game. And this man hasn't really found his footing yet, but they beat us. But we'll check in on that throughout the pod if y'all ain't watching it. But yeah, man, this was a pretty good one. We both were turning the ball over like crazy. Both with three picks each. We won the time of possession battle. So one punt because we were both turning the ball over so much. So these turnovers were like punts. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to y'all. That should be an interesting. We'll get to them. You're not in the Pac-12, but yeah, they got like multiple dudes playing each other twice, and it's like an NFL division right now. 105 rushing yards. He ran the ball better. He was a little bit more efficient in the passing game, minus the interceptions. Third down, he did do a better job on third down than him. Didn't risk it. Getting that fourth down stop before half was big. Kept him off the scoreboard. Big 2-point conversion late. Not the best game with my quarterback. He did some things. He made some throws when he needed to. 70%, that's what you asked for. But this is where we hurt ourselves. To only have 7 incompletions, and 3 of them were picks. Let you know what's up. But we got not hard up, 21-0, and moving the ball on Ron right now. $14 carries for 88 yards. He had a big game. I thought he was offensively easily the player of the game. Did a lot in the passing game too. It's a really good game for him. Receivers didn't really get going as much because I threw picks trying to get it to him. This linebacker had a really big game. Pick 6. Got a little bit of pressure on the quarterback too. 2 of these 3 picks were user interceptions, though. You know what I'm saying? And he also had a really good game with his guys as well. Took one of my Louisiana kids and he went to work. Turnovers was the story in this one. Really good quarterback. Really, really good quarterback. He didn't run with him as much as I thought he would. It's a good running back. He had a couple really good runs throughout. Ron gets the stop, by the way. He's at midfield, down 21-0. We're in the second quarter, about 6 minutes left. A lot of game left, but slow start for him. We're going to have to do a lot of fighting from behind. Pause. Dwayne Thomas Jr. had a big game. Yeah, both of him and Duke Watson. Duke Watson had a game in general, over 100 all-purpose yards. Yeah, you got to do it. Support both channels, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you didn't. You didn't. But we were hoping. We got a few stops early, and I think you went more pass happy, but you were beating us on the screens and the quick stuff. That's where you were getting the chunk yardage from. It just be the turnovers, man. Turnovers have you second guessing everything. But good game, brother. Good luck the rest of the way. Got to shake it off, man. Think about them losses in this league. It's a lot of good users, a lot of talented dudes. So you got you got Carl next week. You know what I'm saying? And I got old boy with Thelonious, my boy. So can't celebrate too long, can't mope on it too long. Because take that shit into the next week, you be second guessing yourself. And this is a tough schedule to end it. Baylor has looked good. The offense, Baylor looked really good. Flagway, Arizona State, and Colorado. A couple big games left for them. Colorado off to a tough start. Well, off to a fast start, and then lost his last 2 conference games. I think we went over that already. Still got a 4-week stretch. Some really good users there. Oklahoma State, Kansas State, Arizona State, Houston. I like the night games in the Big 12, though, man. You know what I'm saying? I noticed they all start off a little bit later. See a lot of that in the Pac-12. Big 10 action. It'll be an interesting conference, man. Very much so. Shout out to Rutgers in a slow start. But, you know, 1-1 in conference play. It's all about being competitive this first year. Come on, Dane. You know what I'm saying? Everything gonna be all right, brother. You had some tough games early, and you beat USC. It's crazy. Indiana, like, getting that one would have been big for you, man. Damn. Yeah, enjoy that bye, and then you come off, and you got Maryland. I'm not sure who the Maryland user is this year. I'll check that. If you know, let me know. Who he had last year. That's how I associate y'all with the teams y'all had. I don't know a lot of names. Maryland and then Northwestern. That's a big game. Michigan. Okay. I remember him. He had Ohio State at one point and then left us. Yeah, man. That's a lot of crazy shit going on in the schedule, dang. God bless you. The goal is to get to 6 wins and get to a bowl, bro. Because you don't want them people pissed at you. Yeah, now I remember him now. Yeah, the goal is to get to 6 wins, dang. You hear me? That's what we here for. So, you know, you got to win all these CPU games for sure and steal at least 1 or 2 of these user games to get where you need to get. But we praying for you, my boy. That team can't be that bad, though. 81 across the board. You got talent out there, I'm sure. And the season's not over, bro. Like, it's a lot of conference stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? Northwestern. Shout out Kyle Emlet. Faithful watcher of the show. You know what I'm saying? That was a tough one right here. I watched that game, and my boy was in rare form. They was chugging that thing. 39 totes. Man threw the ball 8 times. Friend of the show. I like that. Friend of the show. What my man Sway say? You're a citizen. Man ain't throw that bitch very much at all. 1 3rd down. Kyle was more efficient in the red zone. He was getting buckets in the red zone. He lost the turnover battle, still won the game by 3. On time of possession. Great game by Aiden Childs. Really good game. And, you know, got some good per carry average here. Probably could have ran that bitch a little more, but if I'm not mistaken, he was behind at one point. What that score look like? At halftime, it was 14-3. Then he got a lead. Oh, yeah. Second half, he really kind of owned the second half. Until that fourth quarter. That third quarter really shifted everything. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of battles between Northwestern and Stanford as the league goes along. But they're not in the same conference, though, so who knows? You might not see this guy much unless you guys are playing in the playoffs. Unless you want your lick back and, you know, want that boy to come to Northwestern in that nice-ass stadium. Some good talent in this receiving core. Did a good job of spreading it around. Okay. Oh, we ready to boy. Oh, I like that. Boys there. You know what I'm saying? Lay the challenge down, bro. I like that. Good wholesome football challenge. 21-7, Nyhart. He has the ball about the 30-yard line on his 30. Moving it. Just hit a big first down up the field. It was a 1st and 10. I want to say he got about 20 yards or so off of that. But moving the ball, trying to, you know, widen that lead out. All right. Nobody got a whole lot of pressure. Oh, well, he got 2 sacks out of it. 2 sacks to me is a lot of pressure. A sack will fuck up a drive. 1 sack. You know what I'm saying? Really efficient game from the quarterback, I guess. I mean, threw 1 pick. That's the only incompletion. It really, you know, We know how Coach Stein gets down. This is where he breads his butter. I mean, butters his bread or whatever the fuck. 18 carries for 162, 3 touchdowns. Wonderful game. And then other dudes get told. So he's not just killing that one quarter running back. Why would any one receiver want to go play for you? I don't know. But what up, Doug? I remember last year you had a pretty good receiver that just didn't want to leave Iowa. And he was never getting the ball. But boy, just say you want to show up and block. But yeah, man, you boys gonna run this shit every year. That's gonna be a whole lot of fun. Oh, he's playing the computer right now. And it's crazy. He on the chat. He playing the computer. I see you, big dog. Another friend of the show. Uh-oh. Big kick return, punt return for Ron right here. Set himself up with a touchdown. Punt return for 6, 21-13, pending the extra point. The comeback has begun. That was a wonderful play. Untouched punt return. And the kick is up and it's good. It's 21-14. We got a football game. 2 minute 46 left in the second quarter. You still got to play ball. I want to see the records. I ain't got my glasses on. I can't see. I'm old, man. All right, 2-2 and 1-3. Both of these teams need this game. So another good one, man. Hopefully we can see it through on the pod here today. But yeah, man, Kyle, you got some big wins here against some good. I'm sure you want to get this coach fired, so hopefully you can get that job. You know what I'm saying? Big game, Mississippi State. I think it's our boy T. Bart, if that's how you pronounce your name. Just call him TB. Hey, if I remember correctly, he's in LSU Heisman list. Right. I know the other TB. That's my guy. This is another TB. Undefeated, untied, and putting up points. Lowest point output is 35. Tough game, big rivalry game on the road against a team that didn't win a game, and that was the closest. That's just how crazy this shit is this year, man. You can be up here against a CPU that's really not supposed to be that good, and they can fire up on you. The Heisman shit will get you. But dominated the 3 users that he played, and has another ranked team coming up. Minnesota probably going to end up ranked if he can get that win. Get into the bye undefeated, come out, and then have the back half of your schedule. Boy, Cody, the schedule soft than the motherfucker. But all right, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's all conference games. You can't really do anything with that. Well, if he can handle the computer, Cody can fuck around and be undefeated. Yeah, if he can handle the computer, he can beat these users. I mean, you know, it's pretty good teams left. Just 2 user games left. How many? 4, 5, 6? Yeah, 6. Yeah, 6. CPU games 6 and 2 user games in the next 8 games. He can go 6-2 in his next. He's probably gonna go to the playoff. He's gonna definitely go to the Big Ten championship game, I would think. So it's all set up for him. He's got a really good running back that's #1 in the Heisman race right now. So we'll see. Wisconsin 3-2, 2-0 in conference play though. That matters a lot. Y'all fill me in. Who's Wisconsin? Is that Ratchet Disco? It looks like he took some automated losses here. Yeah, he's one of the more fun guys in the league. I like Paul. I ain't mean that no way. But you know, he brings a lot of energy to the chat. The Big Ten. Oh, man, I mean, if you can avoid Ohio State, Michigan. Like, the Big Ten ain't a bad conference to be in, man. Like, but if you don't have them on your schedule, we're starting the third quarter with Ron and Nyhard, 21-14, Colorado State, Jason. And he's kicking the run right now. So, you know, keep you boys posted. But yeah, nah, man. I mean, this is if you can avoid Ohio State and you still got to play Penn State, but you beat Penn State. It's not that bad. Good luck to my man. All right, Wisconsin, Maryland. 0-1 in conference play, 2-2 overall. This one, and you're blessed, if I'm not mistaken. You said, tough loss. You had to lose your concentration in that one, bro. Lock the doors. You can't be talking to people while you playing on Heisman on this motherfucker. Tough loss to a really good user, Rod. 5-0. But win against Vanderbilt, 10-point win against Vanderbilt. They went nuts. Let's just take a look at Nico in this one. I remember somebody saying he had a credit. I think Terrence told me he only had one touchdown. Just super efficient, probably just making every play. Oh, this nigga had, talking about Nico. Wayne Knight, or whoever the fuck he is, he went crazy. That's the one. 5 touchdowns. That's crazy. Yeah, man. He didn't have a bad game, though. That's a great game. If my quarterback did that every game, he's pretty good. And that dude got one more year. I don't think he's going to go pro either. He's going to be really good next year. That was the game. I remember. That was the game. This is a good quarterback, too. And to throw 5 picks at him is nuts. That kind of shows you why you lost like that. Tough loss to my man. He's got a chance to bounce back, though. He's only one game back in the conference, and you're going to have to win these user games. Well, it's not your blessed is Wisconsin. No, excuse me. This is your blessed. Excuse me. Damn. Ron on the move. Just entered the red zone. First down and 10. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Only down 7. It's getting good over there. But look forward to seeing this Big Ten high and maps out. Where's Ohio State? Are they undefeated? And how many of y'all actually have to run into them? So Maryland has to see them. Northwestern has to see them. Good luck. Michigan should be pretty good on here too with Bryce. And Dame, you're the only one that has to see them. I don't think we definitely don't have even confidence. Not in the MAC. Pac-12. Best of luck, my brother. Pac-12. It's about to go down. Boise State. He's off to a rough start. He's been taking like 4. He's took a few losses. Tough he had to play the Oregon first game. Memphis. Delaware. Like, you have to play the user yet. That's Fresno State. Like you said, the Civil War begins here. I wonder who he plays twice. Is it he didn't play. Oh, he played Utah State twice, so he got it off kind of easy. He gets to play the CPU twice, but the CPU is better than our team, so it's hard to know what's gonna happen there. But now, Kyle, who's this guy? I don't remember. Was he with us last year? I'm gonna learn everybody before the next episode, and I'll be able to call you boys out by name respectfully. But Murderers Row right here, man. There's a lot going on in that Pac-12, bro. You got to see some people multiple times. There's some pretty good users in there. Chubbs or something. I'm unfamiliar. Okay. Welcome, Chubbs, if you're on the joint. Colorado, Oregon State, San Diego State. Yeah, man, this Pac-12 about to get real crazy. I feel like the league is running a little bit slow just because we got so many user games probably early on. Next year, schedules will be a little bit more balanced, I guess. But as you know, the big game going on right now, this man desperately needs this dub. This is his first conference game. And it's a 21-21 game right now with him with the ball and a fumble, a big fumble. He fumbles the ball inside his own 11-yard line, man. And the score is tied, 21-21. That's tough. That's tough. He started off 0-3, kind of got his first win, and then might end up marinating on the loss that he got while he was up 21-0. So, yeah, man, and then he has Terrence coming off the bye, which should be interesting. They're both kind of running that option type deal. He's down now. Touchdown run is 27-21 pending the field goal. Oregon State on top. It's falling apart in Colorado right now. Where are they? Part of Colorado, they in Boulder. It's cold as fuck out there in Boulder right now, wherever the fuck they are. Yeah, man. So I had to pull it together. He's got a lot of users coming up. One of the better users overall in the league, and kind of probably held back by his team. We'll see a lot of that in the first season, probably. Fresno State. I believe this is Detroit. Really good user, a champion from last year, and is off to a good start so far. Got his first user game coming up at Washington State, then Boise and San Diego State. He gets to see all of the Pac-12, of course. This Pac-12 shit is crazy, man. Gonna make for a lot of good rivalries. Twice he gets to see San Diego State. I think that's lights out, so yeah, man. Tough schedule coming up. Oregon State. Again, on the verge of a big come-from-behind victory right now in the third quarter with about 5 minutes left in the third. And he's up 7 after being down 21-0. And the defense is kind of locked in and slowed down the option. But after that game, he goes and plays at home versus San Diego State, and then at home again versus Washington State. And we took a nice little L to him early in the season. Could not stop the run, like, whatsoever. And, the RPO game is killing us. We felt like we probably were starting the wrong quarterback. I came off that, but that's what it is. Running the ball, RPO. And they got at us big time in that one. A bad interception by me in that game as well. We actually got one ourselves too, but did not play well. Did not lean on the running back enough in this game. But yeah, he's on the verge of being 3-2, 1-0 in conference play, with some big games coming up. Obviously, Fresno State, these back-to-back games are going to be pretty interesting against two really good users. San Diego State. Take a look at that UCLA game. that we were talking about a few minutes ago. My man, 3-2, 0-1 conference play. Took a close loss when it looked like he was about to get blown out versus TB. But just looking at this is the Nico game. When you throw 5 interceptions, kind of set yourself up for it. But 9 touchdowns is wild. My goodness. Still gotta get used to the game and couldn't stop this guy, Landon Ellis. He's not super fast either. He's routing boys up. And the other dude balled out too. Man, oh man. Yeah, man, UCLA went to work. Turning the ball over, do it for you, though. He's usually pretty good with receivers. And this guy looks like the one for him going forward. Uh, 28-21. Colorado State moving the ball. They are on their, it looks like on their 12-yard line. Looking to go in and score to tie the game. So he's doing a good job of bouncing back. Let's just see what my man Lights Out does. Trying to bounce back from that loss against a good user next week. And then a good user the week after that. And then a good one after that. And I'm not sure who Washington State is, but it doesn't get any easier. And then you got to play the good user again twice. So best of luck, my brother. My man TB, kinfolk. Only one loss on the season to Arizona. Has handled business against pretty much every other team he played. A big win to start off against Texas. The program building win in the state of Texas. Well, he went crazy and actually stopped the run versus those guys. And didn't force any turnovers from Arch. Just did a good job of keeping dudes out of the end zone and getting the win. Didn't really fuck around with Colin. Oh, now he did give up 2.5 sacks. Colin Simmons just a cyborg out here, man. Tough L though, got dominated by Arizona. Noah Fafita. I want to say he's a oos. Yeah, but force a turnover. Really good quarterback. Not really strong as arm, but accurate. I believe he got some wheels a little bit. It had to be the turnovers here for him. He had to throw a lot of picks. Yeah. 3 interceptions thrown. Doesn't really have a strong arm quarterback, but throwing the runs really high and he's really accurate. Chris Dawn, his best guy. A lot of speed in the receiving core. You'd be shocked to see. But all these kids from Texas, so I guess you wouldn't be shocked to see it. But that's a huge opening victory. And then to get that played, incredible press, man. All over tearing shit. It's a big bounce back win, and he has a bye week, and then Nyhard. I believe they both have bye weeks and then each other. So hopefully no rust. Terrence is in another league too, so I'm sure he won't be rusty. They both got other league games that they can play. But when you're in one league like me, those in-between games, I can develop a lot of rust, bro, because I really don't be playing this shit as much when I'm not playing in the league. I need to play more exhibition matches. But, and, you know, per the usual in the Pac-12 for this first year, crazy end of season conference schedule, race to the championship game. Looking forward to seeing who comes out on top there. Washington State, 3-1, hasn't played a conference game yet, but has a user lost to Kansas State by what, 14 points? Oh, what up? You missed the podcast. Nah, we still got a little bit more to go. We following along. Nyhart gets a field goal on that drive. It's 28-24. Oregon State run with the lead. But Nyhart, big pass, missed downfield. Broke the pocket. He got the ball back. And we start the fourth quarter. 4's up. 28-24 Oregon State. Yeah. Nah, for real. And then to me, like, with this, like, if this being my only league, not every league plays the way MLG does. Like, we don't making motherfuckers stay in their zone and shit like that, and not expect certain plays and then have the same kind of similar strengths around it. It can fuck up my game playing with other people sometimes, because I'll be thinking niggas, you know what I'm saying? Either way, I just need to play the game more, even if it's just playing the computer for labbing. But looking forward to that big matchup in 2 advances, or 1 advance, or 1.5 advances. I think we're on schedule for tomorrow. The SEC, the big dogs of college football. Southern football at its finest. Kentucky on top. He was my preseason favorite to win the conference. And, of course, he's off to a dominant start. The 73-point on South Carolina is crazy. South Carolina has a really good team. And he's dismantled pretty much everybody he played, with the exception of, I think he beat A&M pretty handily, too. Beat Alabama. He's been pretty comfortable out here. And he plays at home versus LSU, and then Oklahoma, Vanderbilt, Tennessee, Missouri. It's going to be a tough user to compete with. Can he go undefeated? You know what I'm saying? He'd probably be favored in all these games, like the user games. If we had to favor, we'd probably be favored over Marcus. Shout out to Marcus, that's my dog. But probably lean Rod in that game. Book, also another friend of the show. I know he'd be in the comments, respect to him. He'd probably be the favorite in that game as well. Can he go undefeated? Is a question. Is Tennessee and LSU and Oklahoma are gonna be tough. He's playing 3 top 5 teams in the next 4 weeks. So either he's gonna come out there that joint and be unscathed, or he's gonna win all of them and have a ton of coach points, and he's gonna be a real problem come the offseason, because they give you a lot of coach points for beating these good teams. So we'll see. But this should be an interesting storyline to follow as the season goes. But first things first, he's got to play LSU next week and get his first top 5 win. I probably think he's the first person to beat a top 5 team. I don't know if Texas was in the top 5 when Terrence beat him. But Mississippi State, my man TB part 2, 2.0. Undefeated at the moment. Alabama this week, and Northwestern, LSU, Oklahoma. If he can handle the CPU and handle Cal, which is going to be a tough, he could be looking at maybe a potential college football playoff berth, but he has a lot of tough games. Crazy. Like, not even counting the users. Let's just take Northwestern and take SMU off. All these fucking teams are ranked that he's not playing outside of the user games. LSU, Oklahoma, Texas. And so I didn't even see Vanderbilt in there. He has another user he has to play. But if they're not a user, they're ranked. Tough schedule, so he probably won't go undefeated, but it's a good start to the season. And he's already ranked, which is also cool for him. South Carolina has dealt with some tough losses early in the season. 1-point loss to Mississippi State. That was a really good game. I know Vandy is Marcus. I just didn't see it up there at the moment. Mississippi State, 1-point win at the crib. Oh, no, he's on the road. That's a big win for him. Mario Taylor. I know a dude named Tamario. Crazy. 88 rush yards, Fluff Buffwell. Big thing, the field goal to win. I think he scored a touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, a big win. I remember that last drive he had to have to win it all. Lenore Sellers, one of the better quarterbacks on the game, especially as a runner. Strong arm. He's done a good job of kind of bottling up Nick Harper, fastest player on the game. And he has 50-50. Dude's enormous. 6'5", 242 is crazy. He's a tight end. Defense is well, they made a few plays for him that game, but at the end, close loss at home. Big win against Alabama, and just a terrible, terrible loss. My goodness. I mean, Kentucky was giving up points, but it was over with in the first quarter. By halftime, it was 45-21. Goodness. Had a whole lot of turnovers in the game, too, you would think. At the time, possession was more in Kentucky's favor, but it wasn't just like ridiculously lopsided. But this dude was great. That's it. Jesus, I'd love to see the XP that he got for this dude, or them fucking skill points for this type of game. It's nuts. And then CJ Baxter, Texas transfer, had a big game. The backup had a big game. 2 rushes for 80 yards and a touchdown. Spread the ball. My goodness. LSU transfer, Nick Anderson. Whew. Yeah, man, this man clicking early. Just got it figured out. And he's getting picks and total team effort, just dominant. But chance to bounce back against Florida. And then Stanford in a few weeks. Big game against Arkansas late in the season. And Clemson to end the season. Like, he'll have a chance to really right the ship. It's some tough. That SEC ain't nothing nice, bro, because you playing a ranked team pretty much every week. But if you can win those games, you're going to be all right, you know? Who put 70 on Rutgers? Oh, he didn't put 70 on Rutgers? Let's see, did he play Rutgers? He did. He put 49 on. Close. Yeah, definitely much closer. You ain't shit, dang. I didn't even notice y'all played. So he was on your ass early, though. 28-16 at half is crazy. By the third quarter, was it like 42-16? Nah, yeah, that ain't off the chain. See how the squad and this Kenny Mincy kid's gonna fuck around, be on the Heisman list. Motherfucker, last two games, he has 10 touchdowns and no picks. And CJ Baxter might be right behind. Well, you need somebody to slow this man down. But yeah, man, South Carolina, like it's really what, 2 users left after this. Big game, Marcus. You got to look at it as an opportunity. And you guys have a rivalry. I never knew Vanderbilt and Kentucky were a rival. That's crazy. But obviously, this is the big one for him. He's got to beat Louisville. That's probably up there on his shit. Mississippi State. Oh, we just looked at them. Arkansas. B-Dot. Early start to the season, 4-1. Tough loss. Tough loss. Beat Georgia pretty handily. Beat Georgia pretty handily. Did a good job spreading the ball around. Didn't spend a lot of time on his back. Well, it's 3 sacks. Good amount of sacks. But force some turnovers. That's the big thing. I think Gunnar Stockton's so trash in real life. They got him as a pocket passer. That dude's a runner. Look at him. Nate Frazier, really good running back. London Humphrey. Oh, yeah, he did a good job of bottling that shit up and forcing some turnovers. And followed that up with a tough loss. Some big teams coming up. This ain't going to be easy on the road against A&M. But it can help, And then at home against Tennessee, Marcus, Missouri, South Carolina, Texas, LSU. Like, the schedule is crazy. And all these are rivalry games. Well, yeah, these 2 are rivalry games. Missouri and Arkansas. Yeah, that's a tough loss. A&M. Yeah, you got to bounce back next week against A&M, though. It's important that you do. Because it doesn't get any easier after that. TM, South Carolina. Big dub, week 1. Tough loss, week 3. Close one, yeah. It's kind of alternating win losses. You got to get right to ship. That SEC will smother you. It should be fun, though, bro. He's playing in a lot of good environments, like at Florida. You know what I'm saying? Versus Tennessee, at Oklahoma, at Arkansas, at Clemson. Like, he's got a team that he can beat all them teams with. So, we'll see what's up, GM. I think I done lost track of the game. Hold on. Y'all forgive me. Three minutes left in the 4th quarter. Inside the 5, and Nyhart going for 2. This will make it 35-32 if he can get it. Two-point conversion is good. It's 35-32. 3 minutes left in the game. Oregon State is up. Turned out to be a really good game. Shout out to Book, Missouri. He's off to a terrible start this year. 1 user win, Boston College, and a couple close losses the last few weeks. So maybe that's a sign that things are going to turn around, though. You know what I'm saying? Big game against A&M coming up, and then Ole Miss. Again, that SEC is no joke. You got to really be able to build your team and win big games against teams that might be better than yours. But still use it, though. He'll get back on track. My man Marcus Vanderbilt. Sucks that he wasn't able to get that good quarterback that committed there. Two and 3 on the season. Coming off a big win against Georgia, though. Ole Miss, Arkansas, Kentucky. But you can turn it around and start getting these wins. 1-1 in conference play. And then Mississippi State after the bye. Big 4-week stretch coming up for my man. Alabama 5-week stretch. 6 weeks. Everything's a stretch in this conference. It's crazy. But good luck to you boys that chose this path, man. Y'all some real ones for that shit. Lastly, but not least, of course, the ACC. Well, right now, Boston College is at 2-0 in the conference, 4-1 overall. Shout out to them, but only 1 loss to Missouri on the season. Could very well be undefeated. Big win against SMU just recently here, and then gets the bye week after that, and gets to see Pitt, who's also 4-1 and 2-0 in conference play. So week 7 should be a big week for the ACC. 2 of their top teams going to get down. North Carolina, who has a big win against Arkansas on his resume, out here sitting at what, 2-2, 1-0 in conference play, with a huge game against Kansas State this week. A good, really good user. So he can really help himself a lot with a win here, and then Pittsburgh the week after. No more user games after that, though, so be able to kind of navigate his way through it. You do have to play the number one team in the country, who is number one at this time. And then, some winnable games, but you got to go out there and produce. I played with this team, fucking around and like road to college CFP. They got a couple good pieces. It's not overall a good team, but some speed there. Pittsburgh. Tough loss week one. You hate to see it, but has since righted the ship 4 in a row with, of course, North Carolina next week. Just handle business. Boston College and right after North Carolina. So you win your next 2 games, you kind of control your own destiny. You head to that Miami matchup. They'll probably be number one. By week 8, I would think, at least still in the top 5. I don't know if they play any other users. And then Cal to end the season. I see a lot of rivalries with Syracuse. No West Virginia, though. Interesting. Right. Off to a good start after a tough loss there to start the season. What are we looking at? It's 35-32. Clocks are running under 2 minutes. And it looks like Colorado State needs a stop here in order to get the ball back. 2nd and 11. And I guess a stop, only a gain of about 3 or 4, I would think. Gain of 3. 3rd and 9, 35-32. A minute 32 left. Clock is stopped for a timeout, and Colorado State has 2 timeouts remaining. So, a stop here. He gets the ball back. Looks like 5 wide. Shotgun formation coming up. Interested to see what play he picks here. This is a monstrous possession right here. And a big stop and a timeout. It looks like he's going to get the ball back. It's 4th and 7. We got game-winning drives, man. We got a game-winning drive going here. The rain is coming down pretty hard, so we got potential game-tying or game-winning drive here. He doesn't fair catch the punt. And that was risky. The game over? What you mean, son? The shit said it was live. Oh, did you say the game is good? Am I behind? Looking goofy? No, with Twitch you can't be behind. That shit say live. Anyway, SMU. 2-3 to start the season. Too crazy. Got you. My bad. I kind of looked up. I didn't know if you were saying it was over or not. I didn't really see it until. But yeah, man. SMU off to a tough start. He's lost his last 2 users. Got really thumped by Purdue. 55 points given up. It was over with probably at halftime. But you can't turn the ball over and win games. Well, shit, this is Purdue. You turned the ball over and still won. But you can't turn the ball over and win games, especially with that good of a quarterback. 5 interceptions. It's nuts. I don't want to harp on it too much, and he didn't really follow up well, but got to right the ship. Got a bye coming up. Some user games to end the season. That's going to be a tough one. Tech. Well, Kyle. That motherfucker scored a touchdown, bro. With Hoss. Hoss the GOAT. Hoss the GOAT. I'm looking up at this shit. I missed it. It must have been a long run. What happened? It's a crazy start to the season for Cal, but it's getting better. Tough first week. Then ODU smacked to him. That's crazy. I bet that shit look glorious. Hoss probably what 90 something speed, 93 speed. Uh-oh. It should be smooth sailing from here. He was up 21-0, was able to get his win. Pittsburgh, Boston College. Like, this is tough slate for him. I mean, he still have to play Miami, but like I said, it's getting better. Like, it's, you know, it's getting closer for him. And California doesn't necessarily have a great record, so we'll see. We'll see. And then we got Georgia Tech, big rivalry game. Clemson. Got to get that dub against UVA. I've been to a UVA Virginia Tech game. Actually, really teed. Them shits be lit. Ryan has 11 seconds left and probably no chance of winning this game. Unless something crazy happens and he throws one deep. Big catch. 4 seconds left. He's at the 45-yard line. Oh, man. The Hail Mary. Is he going to go Hail Mary here? Looks like he's throwing up the prayer. Yeah. It's an odd decision to go cover 2 there, you know. But I'm supposed to stop the deep ball, but we'll see. Doesn't get it to the end zone. That's too good of a quarterback to not even give you a shot, do the shot in the end zone. Big dub. Enormous win. Shout out to Hoss Haney, North Carolina State legend. We know about Hoss. We respect Hoss. California, the Golden Bears, 1-4. Him and Virginia Tech. Big game for both teams. Kind of build confidence, be ready to build in their team going into next year. Season probably over for both at this point. But friend of the podcast, Hoss Haney, he family. Stanford and Pittsburgh at the end of the season. That's a tough road, but you know, recruiting is what's important. Getting your team better and improving. You know, it's a dynasty. We all gonna kind of stink early, except for Rod. He doesn't stink at all. This man here is just crushing people. Stanford. Well, Rod and Cody, let's say. Tough loss week 1 against the number 1 team in the country. Shows how good he is. He was able to stank in there with him, but then loses to Duke and Georgia Tech. This is a shocker, you know. I guess my man just need more user games. Notre Dame next week, though. Good chance to, you know, get a dub. It's going to be tough, though, on the road. Them boys 3-1. They're going to be tough to beat. And then TM and conference games kind of, it's 1-3 in conference. That's got to stink. So you're probably not going to go to the conference championship, but recruiting your team, getting better, that's the name of the game for them. But yeah, man, we're able to probably rock out that whole live game, which is dope. Congratulations to Nyhart. At points, it looked like he was going to lose again. Well, it looked like he was going to run away with it. Then it looked like he blew it. Then it looked like he was going to come back. Then it looked like he blew it again. And then Hoss Haney saves the day. A great game to kind of watch and kind of go along with throughout. Said Dustin again, it's whack. Heisman race, Jared Gibson. Shout out to Cody. Doing a great job with the kid so far. Has had big games and really all but the week 1 contest, but he was awesome in pretty much every game after that. On his way. Probably going to win the Heisman. I mean, looking at the schedule, shouldn't be a whole lot stopping him from doing so. Well, couple computer guys here. We're probably a season or two away from us all just being all user candidates. But has anybody made? Well, I'm sure he's been player of the week multiple times. I would think. Yeah. Yeah, national player of the week. Well, he had a DB up there. 2 consecutive players of the week trophies for Jared Gibson. And I don't know if dude is like what is he? I don't think he's a senior, is he? Oh, he's a sophomore. So probably gonna have to spend a ton of NIL to keep him, or he's gonna probably end up in Miami or something like that. Looking at his location, but yeah, probably a good chance he doesn't play for Purdue next season unless Cody just does something crazy. I mean, he gives him all his NIL probably. Yeah, man. Best of luck to everybody. Like I said, we got a couple games left so far. I say 1, 2, 3, 4. I say 5. There's a good amount of games left, so no advance today. But I think the deadline is tomorrow night. So either way, good start to the season for everybody. We all kind of fighting through some shit. Not a whole lot of undefeated teams at the moment, which is cool. And I expect that it's only going to get more entertaining as the league goes on. But try to get a couple more of these in. Sorry about last week, man. That was my birthday weekend. I had a lot going on. But I'll get with you boys. Best of luck. Y'all take care of yourselves, and I'll see y'all down the road.